What's good, YouTube? It's your boy DJ LiftOFF with the JP Way, and you don't want to miss this flight. In today's video, we're going to be breaking a scratch pattern down from none other than DJ Craze, a super phenomenal and amazing turntablist. So first, let's go ahead and check out the scratch pattern from him, then we'll go ahead and break it down.
Now look here, man.
So there's the full scratch pattern we're going to be learning today. And before we hop into it, I'm going to show you it all a little bit slower. So there's the full scratch pattern slowed down a lot, just so you can see some of the techniques that are being used within the pattern. Now, as you can see, I did change the very end of the scratch pattern just a little bit to make it easier to drop on the one. In his example, he didn't actually drop it on the one because of how he used a vocal for his intro. So I'm going to be doing it just a little bit differently, just to make it easier to drop on the one. So first, go ahead and load up the Serato Scratch Sentence. If you don't already have it, it will be available for download in the description below. So first thing we're going to note is this scratch pattern is going to be 6 beats, okay? So it's going to be a bar plus 2 extra beats. You can just use this scratch pattern as an intro and you can drop it right after those first 6 beats or the full 6 beats of the pattern, or you can use the first beats as kind of a lead in and then do a bar of scratching and then drop it. So I'll show you exactly what I mean now. So in this particular example, beat 5 here, this is where I'm actually dropping my scratch pattern on the one. So like I said, the entire scratch pattern is going to be 6 beats or 1 bar and 2 beats. So if I go back to bar 4, that's going to be 1 bar. And then if I go back 2 more beats right around this area, this is where I'm actually going to be starting my scratch pattern so I can drop it on that one right at the 5. Okay. So if we count this from the beginning, we're going to be dropping on bar number 3, beat number 3, okay? Because 6 beats after that is going to be the drop of the scratch pattern. So if we count that out, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3. So when you're not using this scratch pattern as an intro, you want to start it right on bar number 3, beat number 3, before you actually drop the track so everything lines up. Okay, so now let's go ahead and actually break down the scratch pattern. The first thing that I want you all to practice is going to be this right here. That part there is going to be the first 2 beats of the scratch pattern. So if we count it like we did just a second ago, and we go all the way to 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3, right on that 3. So 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. All we're essentially doing here is we're starting off with the stab, but with this stab, you don't want to do it too quickly. So a usual stab is kind of like this, or it looks like this. However, for this stab, you kind of want to open your crossfader just a little bit longer, okay? So if you're using your left hand on the platter, you're going to want to keep this crossfader closed with your right thumb, just like this. And you're going to start with the click. But with this click, we're just going to push the crossfader and we're going to leave it open just for a second while we push our left hand on the platter forward, just like this. Then we're going to close that crossfader and we're going to pull our hand back. So just like this. Push forward as we open, close that crossfader, and then pull your platter back, okay? So right after we do that, we have this. Then once you get there, you're going to quickly push your platter forward again, and you're just going to close the crossfader with your thumb. Once we get there, the next 2 parts look like this. Catching, close that crossfader, pull back. Same thing again, letting that platter go when we push forward. Catching the platter, closing the crossfader, and pulling back. So all of that looks just like this. So that's going to be the first 2 beats. Now we're actually on the 1, and this is what the next bar or the next 4 beats is going to look like. So now let's go ahead and break that part down. So at the end, I said we had 2 stabs, right? After the first 2 beats. But really we have 1 stab, and then on that second stab that I said, we're actually gonna let the platter go just a little bit longer because we're going to actually have a crab on the way back. So if I do it from the beginning, we have this. First stab, pull back. We're gonna let that platter go just a little bit longer right there while we have the crossfader open. Then we're gonna close the crossfader and we have a crab on the way back. Again, let me do that one more time. Just like that, okay? Then we have 2 more stabs right after that. Okay? Just like that. So let's do it from the beginning, also counting as well. 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. Okay? So now we're right here after we do those last 2 stabs. Then all we're doing here, we have the crossfader closed. Now we're just pulling back on the platter fast with another stab. Then we're gonna just let the platter go as we open the crossfader. Let that sound play for a little bit. We're gonna close our crossfader, pull that platter back to the beginning, open our crossfader, and we have 2 baby scratches, and then we're dropping. Just like that, okay? So now let's do the entire thing slowly while counting. 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So there you have it. That's the full scratch pattern counted out. Again, remember that you can use this as an intro, or you can use it starting on that 3rd bar on the 3rd beat if you do want to use it in the middle of a song. Okay, so again, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and smash that like button, as well as hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you know the next time that I upload a video. Without further ado, I will catch y'all on the next flight.